Welcome, bow betters. Let's see if this thing's working here. See if this thing's working here, people. I had a little problem for the first time with um, Streamlabs, so let's see. It looks like it's working. I'm running it in safe mode. Welcome, bow betters. Let's see if this thing's working here. All right, awesome. I got this thing. Let me pop out the chat, even though we don't get anybody in here ever. But it's still worthwhile to where did my chat go? To pop out the chat, pop out the chat, pop out the chat. I know that Capper Comparisons is going on right now. Let me see something in my. Yeah, looks good. Things are looking good. Things are sounding good. I have the wireless mic going. Let's see. To pop out the chat, pop out the chat, pop out the chat. Yeah, let me turn off my. I have an air dehumidifier going, dehumidifying everything in this area as well as some cigars. If you were with me yesterday, I was all pretty hammered, smoking some bad moldy cigars. It's a shame that they're actually going so bad. Wow, the internet is not fantastic. I actually can move it closer. I'm not going to be able to do that now. Hopefully, there might be some latency, some issues. So we're not sipping, we're not smoking. This is ill prepared. I'm not even like doing, proper picks, etc., etc. What I've been looking at lately, some of the fights that are coming up more in the future. I don't know if I'm going to be able to give you any insight on some of the things that I just wanted. I was bored. I had nothing to do. I was bored. I had nothing to do. Coming on, looking at myself, drinking a Modelo, drinking a margarita, chasing it with the margarita, doing the thing, and maybe we'll place a bet. Maybe we'll place a bet. I'm not strong on anything because looking at some of the numbers and some of these matchups, I'm just not so excited about them, right? Let me see if I could put a place. Let me do something here, guys. While I got you here. While I got you, let me put myself a little smaller. Let me do this one, not show that one. Boom. How's everybody been? How's everyone's summer going? I hope everyone's summer is going fantastically. I don't have any slides really to show you. We could bounce back to and from UFC stats. That's where I get most of the stuff anyways. Also, we could take a look at DraftKings, take a look at some numbers. We are unfortunately not smoking a cigar, and I really want to. But admittedly, I have this still this moldy taste, and I'm working around this mold a lot, and it's rather disgusting. I can't lose that mold flavoring from my palate, from my body, from my nasal passages. I smell it everywhere now. I smell it everywhere. It's really was tragic that I started to work with the stuff, trying to clean it up. I'm trying to dehumidify some cigars right now, at least the better ones that are salvageable, and even those. I'm not trying to say that I'm a super taster, as I was mentioning to people before, but I definitely do have a pretty good palate where I can taste subtle items and subtle notes of many things, and I could still taste a little bit of the mold, even though there's flavor there, and then the mold comes back on the cigars, and it's just such a shame that does occur. No one's in the chat, so that is a shame. It's a shame. Let me see this thing here. Come on. Computer. Interesting. Yeah, because I'm in safe mode, it isn't allowing me to make any alterations, and I can't find where that window is. Let me see. Let me shut myself off. That, and Where you at, chat? Where you at? I can do this. Let me see if it allows me to do this. No, it's not allowing me to do any augmentations because I'm running it in safe mode, so that's not good. I'm not going to be able to present the chat to you guys, but I will be able to see the chat if you guys are in it, right? If you guys are in the chat, I will be able to see it. And so far, no one's in the chat. No one's. Oh, there's two people watching, though, that they haven't said anything. They're probably listening to Ranj, listening to uh, other people smoking weed. But yeah, look at I like the picture quality. I like the lighting. I like the look. I could do some other things that are different. We'll come back. We'll come back and chat with you guys. I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna come back. I'm going to be doing both live streams and some of the voiceover stuff that I've been doing. I'm stoked. I'm using. We'll come back and chat with you guys. Yeah, I'm using the wireless mic, which is working really well. Oh yeah. Oh, that's what I want to do. Let's see if this works. I wanted for Joey, just for shits and giggles. Let me see something here. Are those in there? No. Oh, when it went to that's odd. That is odd. Very, very, very odd. Oh no, no. Yeah, yeah, no, it didn't. Let's see here. Come on. Oh, I guess there was nothing on that one. Yeah, it's not letting me remove. It's not letting me remove something and do something that I want to do. Oh, there it is. There it is. Yeah, this for Joey here. There's for Joey here. Check this out, Joey. Look at that. This is an image of my trip in Cabo, right? Doing a little snorkeling, and that's just one file of. Oh, I got there's probably Joey right there, coming into the sort of the clear sand area. He didn't come over by the rocks enough, I think, and I didn't stay over there by the rocks long enough. But yeah, so yeah, I just wanted to see how that works and how that looks. Hopefully, 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 I could make some kind of like little edit of our experience there doing a little snorkeling in Cabo. It was a great, great little, I think, believe it's called Santa Maria Beach. Fantastic, free little snorkeling area. And you could do it in a lot of other areas, but this one is the easiest area. Like that's why so many people are there. It's like you literally go out. I want to say like 25 yards, and you're in like some coral that you could get if you go in the wrong area, you could die. Like if you get stuck in one of these little cavernous areas, if you want to be adventurous, even that close, like 25, 50 yards out, it gets deep really fast there. And that's what makes the waves there in a lot of places really great in terms of surfing. But it makes this place snorkeling wise is great because it has reef and coral and things that you can see basically almost immediately. Like just past that sand, you saw where I was at. Like you could be standing up, and then once you're just a bit overhead, you're gonna have some coral that you're gonna see fish. You maybe get to see a sea turtle, maybe a manta ray, all kinds of things. Like and it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool in terms of a beach, and I should have done it more, except that I was surfing, and here I am talking about this things that aren't with the program here, that aren't about MMA. Hey, if you're watching, please like, subscribe, hit that like button, comment, participate. The easiest way, and the way this I and I failed to do that, but it's hard for me to carry a show It never was my, oh, let me see, the way I'm looking at this, it never was my intent to, let's see how that looked, to really be like in the forefront as a content creator. It really just isn't my wheelhouse to an extent as being a front person. I've always wanted to be more in the background, helping set up things, maybe doing some production style things for people. Why is that not coming in? Maybe I'll put this. Oh, because it isn't in the screenshot? Because it isn't in the screen. There we go. Yeah. Still learning things with this software. And I could be bigger if I wanted to. Right? I could be biggest. Yeah, this new computer is just fantastic, man. I'm so happy that I purchased it and that I haven't been creating content, or at least I've been creating some cigar content, but I haven't been doing a lot because I've just been a little disappointed. I don't do it for the money, and I haven't developed skill wise. I need to like sort of try to take it to the next level somehow, right? Like I need to just step my game up, or just develop something a little more interesting, right? Like I'm gonna try to create a couple more shorts. I'm gonna try to still remain on the cigar thing. I should have done a little bit more content creation on the travel side. Problem was I was surfing more than anything, right? And I didn't even um, uh, create a lot of content from that. So I wasn't documenting all my activity, which I should have done. I should have just been more with the camera. And I'd like the camera, but I'm not always, that isn't always my thing, right? Like, I had the GoPro camera. I could have done the phone. Yeah, you could definitely I could have done a lot more. I could have done a lot more, and I have the gear. It's just more of, I don't know what the excuse is. I really don't have any excuses. I'll try to wait till somebody comes actually into the chat, or else, like, that's the other thing about going live, especially, I know on Friday night, it's like your Friday night, you're competing against not just an MMA, but um, against all sorts of people that create content, and they're all in their groups and already in their chats, right? So let me see here. Yeah, I don't know if I could join them, but I see uh, Ranj, and he's with Noah Allen. Is that someone new? Noah? No, I think Noah used to come into my chat. Noah Allen. So they're over there. They're Noah. Actually, Noah gave $5 to the guys, right? I think they're talking about Josh Fremd and Petrosky, which I know a lot of people are very interested in. Um, at that dog money, I believe that Petrosky is at dog money, and let's take a look at that. Just we can hop around because I'm not. Again, this is just impromptu, and I don't have anything like set up. I didn't have like a whole plan of what it is that I want to do. But that is a fight that indeed that I'm interested in. Yeah, Josh Fremd is a minus. Ooh, Petrosky's at a slight favorite now. I mean, it is like a toss up. I mean, it is a toss up. Let me do this, guys. Let me do this. I'm going to put myself over here. Boom. We're going to take this thing out. This is a definitely competitive match. I think Fremd might be a slightly better, well rounded fighter, but he's going to only be strong. Oh, come on. Why is it not showing? Oh man, this running this in safe mode is fucking me. Right? Where are you at? Are you serious? Are you serious right now? Yeah, it's not letting me do a lot of the things that I want to do. No way. Hold on. Are you serious? Come on. No. That's not what I want to do. Come on, where's UFC stats? Is that it? Why isn't it there? Is it out of the window someplace? Well, that sucks. I'm not UFC. I'm sorry. Oh, I was grabbing the wrong thing. That's why. But even still, where's UFC stats? I mean, DraftKings. Where is it? This fucking sucks. Let me see if I can change this. Oh, there we go. There we go. Oh, you like them apples, eh? Oh, you like them apples. Is that large enough for you guys to see? Is that large enough for you guys to see? Make it bigger. Make it bigger. We're gonna make it bigger, folks. We're gonna make it bigger. We'll make it that. We'll make it that big, right? So, I'll go back to me. See how that looks. Let me make it even bigger, or let me get to where we need to get to with this Josh friend. And again, thank you. But nobody's in the chat, so nobody's here. Boop, 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 boop. But they're making that the almost, no, it's not the co-main event. It's actually the second fight. So it went to all automatically. Automaticallys. Automaticallys. Yeah, let me get myself out of there. No, actually, we put myself in there. Let's see how if this works like this. If I do this, oh, it works like that. I almost need a second computer. So let me do this. No, I want to be here. Right, I'm gonna stay in the screen. Right, and we see, boom. Yeah, keep me in the screen here. Keep me in the screen, baby. Nobody's in the chat anyways. Nobody's watching. Nobody's watching. All right. Hopefully, let's see how that looks on YouTube. Yeah, that looks a little better. So you're looking at the point spread. Let's see if we get that a little better here. Yeah. Put me smaller. That's why this is boring. That's why this is boring. It's all good, people. There's nobody watching anyway, so it's like all good. It is all good. There we go. Transition there. Boom. That's a little better. Let's see how it looks on YouTube. There's a little delay. Yeah, I mean, for Petrosky to win this, he needs to really get this to the ground, and like his submission skills are just not all there. But I think that his strong wrestling is what's going to be the problem for Frem, because Frem is going to be happy and comfortable, playing his guard game and taking this to the ground himself. Frem would be wise to just use his length, touch up Andre, avoid the ground and pound. He'd be wise to stay on his skates and avoid getting taken down, because what's going to happen to Josh Frem? He's going to quit. I think that Petrosky, he could knock out Petrosky. He could definitely knock him out. And he could definitely, certainly out point fight him. But he's not going to do that, right? He's going to probably not have the best game plan. And one thing that happens in fights, in the UFC and or like say in a street fight is, well, Prem is going to do that, but Petrosky I don't think is going to. I don't understand why some of these wrestlers, and I get that some of the at the elite caliber level, these guys are ready for the rush, right? But not always. Look what happened to Ben Askren and Jorge Masvidal. That was like a street fight. Like Masvidal just rushed him, came up with a big knee, straight out of like street beefs, and Askren just wasn't ready. Askren wanted to play, and he thought he was going to wait and dance around, and that wasn't what was going to happen. Dude came up to him and just kneed him right away. And that's the way that, we're going to see this in the future with a lot of these fighters. Uh, you, you have to have some urgency immediately. And especially sometimes when you're like somebody like Petrosky, who's a good wrestler, why not come out and play that strong wrestling game, right? So Petrosky is minus 115 favorite. I think on the money line it's fine. Josh from TKO plus 350. That's not so bad at all. His submission is plus 450, as you see. Let's see if that's actually being visualized here as I'm talking about this, just seeing if there's some flow there. Again, I'm sort of new with the software. Yeah, it looks good, guys. It looks like it's flowing pretty good. I like that flow, the way it's going on the screen there. Yeah, Petrosky by decision plus 350. I think this might go to a decision. I think this is going to be a very, very sloppy fight. I think that Petrosky, we had a lot of hope for when he first came into the UFC, and as well as Fremd. I mean, they shine at certain times, but then each of them. Do I have my UFC stats open? Where's my UFC stats, man? UFC stats, man. Mr. Statsman. All right, let me just reopen the UFC stats then. I thought I had it open, but oh, do I have it down here? No. Ponzinibbio Muslim Salikov. Man, I don't know about throwing some money on Ponzinibbio again. We said that I would never do that again. I am considering Erosa against. Yeah, both of these guys very mid-level, 11 and 5, 10 and 4. They go long, they go into the third round quite a bit. I thought Fremd was going to have, he has a 4 foot height advantage, but I thought he was also going to have a significant reach advantage. It's not that great. It's like 3 inches. And Petrosky actually lands more blows by just a bit, right? They're both are fairly inaccurate at like 43 and 49%. They both absorb strikes, not so great. But the takedown difference, Petrosky, 4 takedowns per minute, and Frem just stays on the feet. But Petrosky's takedown average is only 54. So, but Frem's takedown defense at 31%, just ridiculous. I gotta go, you know, uh, with Petrosky here. I mean, Petrosky's last loss, both to Pieta and to Malkoun, but Malkoun is probably a better sort of counter wrestler than him and a better boxer, and that's the danger here is that um, what happened in that fight with and he lost to Michel Pieta, but Friend is no Michel Pieta. Yeah, Petrosky only had 1 of 2 takedowns for like 13 seconds control time. Malkoun had more to control time. I thought so. Yeah, and just the striking. That was a boring ass fight. Like 40 strikes between the significant strikes between the two people. And that's Petrosky's problem. If he's not ground and pounding you and he's not getting on top, he's going to win that fight. And I think that's what's going to happen here. I think Fremd is not going to come up with a good game plan. Petrosky's going to be a little bit more aggressive, and he should be, smarter. And I think he's just going to control this fight. And I don't know if he finishes Fremd. I don't know if if his gas is going to be enough to finish him. And I'm thinking Petrosky by decision at plus 350, but I'm not going to bet it. I think just betting Petrosky on the money line right now at minus 115, depending on what it is that you're hoping to gain and what you're hoping to win here, to be, yeah, and Petrosky by decision is just the same as a friend by TKO, or a friend by decision is plus 400. And I think that's if friend comes in with a smart game plan, I think he can win this easily with his height differential. They never mentioned the inseam. One of the stats that I wish that um, the UFC. Oh wait, what was I doing? I didn't know that I transitioned over to that. I didn't know that I was doing that. Okay, interesting. I guess it was up there. I was talking about other stuff here, but that's okay. Is that inseam like your leg length? I think Frem, besides the height, he's going to have a lot longer leg length, and he's going to be afraid a little bit to kick. But I think that he shouldn't be. I don't think Petrosky's wrestling is that good. I think he's a highly overrated wrestler. I think he just faces guys, and I just think he's just not that good of a wrestler, even though that's his method of victory and that's what his background is. I'm not leaning. I just wouldn't bank on it. But is from a gambling background, a gambling standpoint, and no, still nobody in the chat. That's why I need to quit this live crap. Nah, we're just here. It's not a big deal, guys. It's no big deal. It's no big deal. Let me see something. See if that. No, that doesn't come. That's interesting. So I think what it is was the UFC stats visible? Yeah, it was visible. So if I boost it up again, boom, it doesn't show. And where is the UFC? Oh, it's right here. No, it did show. It did go. Interesting. Interesting. I didn't know what was going on there. That's something technical that I want to resolve. Um, is there a sneak prop in here to possibly make somebody money on that free? No, I don't think so. TKO, Frem 350, Petrosky TKO plus 500, plus 300 for the submission. I mean, they're sort of giving him that edge of submission, of Petrosky winning by submission or decision. They're giving you the same price basically for that to be the case, and I'm not seeing it. Yeah, that friend, the TKO round one plus 700. I'm not chasing it. Petrosky TKO round one plus 900. The they're seeing this to go the distance. right? They're seeing this to go the distance. Money line finish only. Yeah, I'm not completely. Yes to go the distance plus 150. They think a finish minus 200. Man, I'm confused. It depends. It would go to the distance if Fremd came in with a fucking good game plan and maintained distance, octagon control, or just octagon in terms of control of like, controlling where the fight happens, it being on the feet, maintaining distance and just dancing around, not being too aggressive. I think Frem could easily outstrike Petrosky. Easily. It's just how aggressive Petrosky's going to come with his wrestling that is going to be the deciding factor. Because I don't think Frem, even as bad as a wrestler, his takedown defense is just so poor that he's going to get taken down. And I wouldn't trust Petrosky for that submission. I know that's a bad thing to say, and I might end up eating my words. But how many times have I been wrong? I've been wrong a lot on this on my picks. So um, that yes to go the distance at plus 150 is not horrible. Do they? Let me see if they yes to go the distance, and then Josh or no, they don't let you parlay that. Interesting. Interesting. Well, I don't want to log in online right now. I thought I was already logged in, but yeah, I think like the same game parlay here is going to help you make some money. Like building on, I think this gonna. I don't think we're gonna see a finish. I think it's gonna be. That's why it's the second fight. They Gary, not Gary Maynard, but they don't know what to expect of how exciting this fight is. How the great the great people have fallen. Like Petrosky again was at one point, potentially a somebody that was going to be a somebody in the UFC, and look what's happened now. He's like mediocre, fucking second fight. It's a bad look for both of these guys. I think both these guys are on their way out. Let's see if that happens. Yeah, I think both these guys are on their way out. So, yeah, another fight that I am interested in, and let's see if I could get there. Boom. Let's get. No, we don't want to get rid of that yet. Boom. Ooh, we got rid of me. Is this fight between Jasmine Dajovicius and what's her name? Fatima Klein from the US. Is this Fatima's first fight? Let me see. Let me see if this is her first fight here. Let me see. Let me see. And let's do this. Boom. Or actually we could yeah, I like Jasmine. I mean, in this bout, and the money's not bad. The money's not bad there. Not a horrible striker, good wrestler, good defense. Um, I worry a little bit about her aggressiveness and her defense. But I'm thinking of taking a shot on this. If I would bet on something right now with what it is, what is it with Fatima Klein? Did it open up? No. Yeah, she's a rookie. Come on, against Jasmine Jasudavicius, they're not doing her no favors. She is a champ though. She is a CFC champ, right? She's a champ, twice champ, right? So she is good. She's coming in. She is. Is she younger? Yeah, I'm not buying it. How old is she? The Archangel, Silver Fox, birth. She's 24. Wow. Yeah, they're she's a young one, 6-0. Yeah, one sub, one TKO. Man, I think this is Jasmine the Vicious all friggin' day. I think Jasmine takes this one. I think she mixes it up even at 35. I think she's going to be the stronger wrestler here by far. And at what was it that like she's only like a minus 115 favorite? Is that what we're saying? Is that where she's at? Let's see here. I think she could almost get the sub. No, she's minus 125. Zavicious by submission plus 1,000. Wow, man. I don't know. It's because she's more of a wrestler striker, like more of a ground and pound, and she hasn't had a submission yet. What about in her career? Let's see if that changed. Boom. Let's see her career. Do, 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 do. Yeah, all decisions. Her last sub was recently in the third round against Priscilla Cachoeira, which is a good look. That's a good thing. I mean, that sub against this rookie, that's not that plus 900. That might be the sneaky big pick, right? That might be the sneaky big pick, people. Right? That might be the sneaky big pick right there. She only has one sub. What is Vicious by decision? Plus 120. So you're not getting a lot of return on that. That might be a great long shot prop bet right there. Is Jasmine Jasovicius by submission at plus 900? Might be worth a little, lottery ticket bet, something small. It doesn't have to be fantastic, right? Doesn't have to be fantastic, right? It doesn't have to be fantastic, people. Like, but little lottery ticket there. I think it's worth it. I think it's worth it. I think it's worth the shot right there. And I know I've told people a lot of these smaller bets, and I don't like doing them. And I stopped doing them to an extent myself. But I think these little risk bets, these little like shots and stuff, might be worth it sometimes. I'm not telling you to bet $100 on it. And if you bet $100 on it, man, you're making 900 bucks. It's not so bad. I mean, plus 900, but 100 bucks. I'm sorry. Yeah, you make $900. Payouts 1,000. That's not so bad. 9 to 1. When we look at these long shots, I think a long shot prop bet sometimes are a lot better than a long shot parlay or Lambo parlay. All right, let me go and get another brew, and I'm gonna cut this really short because nobody's in the chat, nobody's doing anything. I didn't quit creating content because nobody was participating with me. I quit creating content, or I stopped for quite a bit recently because I haven't been gambling. I don't have the expendable cash. I've been losing. I lost a lot, right? So it's not even giving bad information to you people that stopped me, or making bad picks for you, for the public. It was my own other picks that I might have, other things that I other did, as well as stuff that I did put out. Like, I was just losing, right? So how am I going to sustain? And I'm true to the game. Like, I'm actually doing what I say. I'm not like these other people. Like, I can't. For me right now, like, yeah. I mean, I'm gonna tell you these things, but I am probably gonna start gambling again. The itch is there. Look at. Oh, it's there. Is there? Oh, the itch is back. The itch is back because when I haven't been gambling, it's crazy here, and you probably won't believe me, right? Like, you probably won't believe me. Um, I know people aren't going to believe me, right? Uh, you people aren't going to believe me at all. Wait, wait, boom. That where is it? I gotta have my logo. I gotta have my watermark there. Yeah, people aren't going to believe me at all. Where is my train of thought? What is it that I was thinking about? What is it that you're not going to believe me about? Right? What is it what is the about better? Transparency, liquidity. What is it you're not going to believe? Um, what is it that you're not going to believe? That I forgot what I was going to say. It isn't that important. Or oh, yes. No, I'm not going to talk about those people. I'm not going to justify why I should have more credibility or be more credible than somebody else, especially since I've been losing. And I think that adds a little credibility to me, in that I had to stop, and I had the composure and restraint and the character. Like, hey, I have to stop. This is not doing very well, right? I'm not doing very well, and all of you would have known if you actually watched the content that I'm not doing very well. Mm. Oh, that's what you're not gonna believe. As I was watching these months that I haven't been gambling, and I'm watching these events, and I'm like, this girl's gonna win by sub. This guy's gonna knock him out in the second round, or this outcome's gonna happen, and then, or I'll throw a fucking $1 million on Julian, and it just happens, and I'm there like, oh my god, I could have taken my last $100 or my last $200 that I had free or available, and just throwing it on that, and I'd be okay. Like I was right so much, right? And of course, hindsight, whatever. But no, no, I told people, there were people around me. I'm like, oh, this woman's gonna, you know, sub her. Oh, somebody finally, Phantom Smeagol. I think Phantom's been in here a bit before. Phantom Smeagol. Let me see if I could get the chat. I can't get the chat going, Smeagol, but he says that he just got the back from the casino and he made a $40 method parlay with Ponzinibbio by decision, Silva by KO, and Rodriguez by decision. The payout is 840 something dollars. Figured what the hell, it's a gamble. Yeah, Phantom. Here's my suggestion on that, Phantom. I wouldn't have put the $40 on it. You're at like what, plus, what was it? You said it was like plus eight, basically plus 840. Ah, man, just throw the lottery ticket, $10 to $20, man. On those type of parlays, $20 is your max. Especially three pick method parlays, just throw 20 bucks on it, man. I can't. Yeah. I like in the same game parlay. I think the best, and or not even parlays. Like I think one of the best bets I ever made in my life was was it Pieta to win in the fight to go the distance, or was it fight to go the distance? No, so because it was against that Bruno Silva. So like yes, it was like fight to go the distance. I wish I still had the what it was. What was that fight with Bruno Silva? I picked everything perfectly, and I wasn't able to parlay it, but I had individual tickets of what would happen, right? And I picked everything properly. So sometimes just playing the non-parlay might be a better strategy, but I don't know. I don't, again, you're only at like plus 840 for three decision props, which is it's challenging, brother. It's not easy. It's not easy to win. So therefore, my opinion, I tend not, I don't do those anymore. I used to, and I can't. No, no, that's not true, because some of my perfect parlays and some of the best parlays that I have ever won have been methods, money line. I've mixed it up. Decision time props, like I mixed everything up. I think sometimes it's better doing it that way rather than just methods. You're increasing your risk. I think you need to mitigate that risk with what your best judgment of what you really believe is the outcome of that fight. Don't let the structure of the bet or oh, I'm just going to stick to method. Don't be restricted by that, right? Like what do you think is going to happen Rose Namajunas? What's a better method outcome there? Like Rose maybe by sub, right? Or is what I'm thinking, right? Like you could play that in itself, but if you wanted to play that with Ponzinibbio maybe getting, I like that, Ponzinibbio by decision, at Silva. But I like that Silva KO. Great thing. I would have taken, if you bet $40, I would have taken that Silva by KO and then Rose Namajunas on the money line, or because that's the bet I like. I like the Silva by KO with Jazovicius on the money line, and let's see what happens with that. Like right, let's see like where we're at money wise, and you bet 20 on each of those parlays, right? So you put money Jazovicius on the money line, right? One. Let's go back. Let me get me out of here and let's go back to DraftKings. Boom, let me lower myself there. Boom. Let's get these about better tags out of here. All right. I'm glad somebody's in the chat. It's always cool. Phantom Smeagol. Best of luck, brother. I mean, I don't want your ass to lose. You know what I mean? So, yeah. So here we. Let me and boom. So we have Jasmine Jasovicius, and I really like your play. I'm with you, bro. I hate saying bro, but Silva KO. Let's see what they give it. They're only like, what is it? I plus winning method. I think Silva's gonna knock him out too. Plus 175. Just you should have just put the $40 on the Silva at plus 175. But if you parlayed it, right? Jasmine Dajavicius and Jean Silva. Let me see. Let me show you here. Let me show you here. Yeah, that plus 175. I think that's good money. I think he's gonna knock him the fuck out. You know. Boom. Yeah. So here we go. Yeah. So Javicius and Silva will give you, if you parlay just those two plus 395. I would have just thrown 20 on that. I agree with you on the version of a Rose fight, but here's what I do, brother. Here's what I do, brother. Um, I build. I go what I feel is my strongest probable outcome, and I think in this particular of all the three that you mentioned, I think that I think that the strongest probable outcome that gives you good money is that Silva by KO at plus 175. So I would take, if I'm going to build a parlay, I'm not going to do a three pick parlay. I'm going to go two, or you do like almost a Trixie with that outcome if you feel strong. And I would have, because you want the big bucks. I get it. You want the big payout, but the real anchor, or the phalanx as I always call it, or the strongest leg of that probable parlay is Silva getting the KO. I think that's the strongest, the best, probable outcome that you've selected, and I would take that probable outcome and just put it with a money line bet and not another prop bet. Put that with, like I said, with Jasmine Dajavicius at plus 395. You throw 20 at that, right? And you might get the same thing, but you don't have to worry about Ponzinibbio maybe getting the knockout or getting his ass kicked. And you don't have to worry about Rodriguez, right? Because Rodriguez is in a battle. So let's see what the. Whoa. Let's see here. Let's take off Jasmine Dajavicius. Let's go back to. Um, what was my other bet? Jasmine Dajavicius. What was my other? Let's just put it. Rose. On the money line at minus 230. She's plus 294, right? So if you put 20 on that, your payout is 76, and you're gonna make some better money. I think that Phantom, please, I'm not meaning to be facetious. I'm not being critical. I just think taking your 40 and placing it in that context, because I used to do that stuff too, and it bleeds you, bro. You're just bleeding slowly, right? You're bleeding slowly, but you're better off taking what was it that I said? Who was it that was it Jazz Davicius by submission, right? You're better off taking Jasmine Dajavicius by submission, which was plus 1,000, right? Remember that? Like that is what you're better taking. You get a plus 1,000 out of one outcome rather than three. I think that's the way we need to start, I need to start taking a little more risk in it. But that's the way I think you should dabble. No, I mean, yeah, yeah, gambling intoxicated, bro. Believe me, I'm doing these streams intoxicated. I gamble intoxicated a lot. So, I mean, again, it's how much expendable cash you have, but a three leg method prop is this. I would say the one of the hardest props that you could do. A three leg time prop is that the hardest? I would say no. Is it time prop or round prop? You could really do, but if yeah, you could really like mix it up and get to a different like metric and really fuck yourself up with the time or round prop. Those are the hardest. I don't think for us MMA gamblers, method props are as hard because we know the fighters. If you know the fighters, you know what they like to do. Like we know that Fremd is not so good at takedowns. He's going to stay on the outside. We know that Petrosky's going to want to fucking, stand and bang. We know that Ponzinibbio is going to stand and bang, right? Like, the fighters have their tendencies. Here's the problem with gamblers, Smeagol. All of us that when you win at doing certain things, and you may have won method props like that. You've made, and I go back to it. People always just say, "Why are you doing?" And I do. I used to do the same thing you're doing, trying to build that parlay to get some good money out of something because you felt strongly about it. Like whether it was few drinks or not, you're like, "I know my shit." Ponzinibbio was a decisionator. He ain't gonna knock this motherfucker out. I could take him out on the money line, and I'm not gonna make nothing. I'm gonna use him in a parlay in this way, and then I feel strong that Silva, and I do feel strong that Silva's going to knock Dober out because Dober's going to take some punches. And that Silva dude, like, that is my official lock of the night. Like, Silva's winning that fight. Like, he is that dude is one mean, he's a street fighter. He's mean, 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 And Dober could crack too, but Dober, that chin, man, it's a nice looking chin. Dober's chin he's a beautiful guy, and I ain't no gay. He's a good looking man, but he's getting knocked the fuck out. He's getting knocked out because he's going to want to stand and bang, and Dober's wrestling ain't that good, which I don't get. I don't get, and I get it. These guys want to be exciting. Like look at fucking his training partner, right? He trains with Gaethje. Gaethje's a wrestler. Why didn't Gaethje fucking wrestle Holloway? He didn't even try to wrestle him. He just but because he wants that, because he gets how many, I get it. I understand. He got like, what is it, 10 fight of the nights? I mean, Gaethje's one of the most exciting fighters in the UFC, period, in the history of the UFC. He always gets fight. He's got probably the most fight of the night bonuses of any fighter other than maybe Oliveira, right? Like, I think he's got like every fight that he's been in has been a fight of the night almost, right? So I get it. You want to be that type of fighter because you make that money, but at the same time, you're not going to be the champion that you think. Well, the Gaethje, was he an interim champ? I mean, it's nice to hold the belt. If he was interim champ, is that how he got it with Khabib? Because it was to solidify the interim champ. But yeah, Phantom Smeagol, appreciate you coming in. Please hit the like button on the way out if you are on the outs. Yeah, wait. Let me hit up some hearts. No likes. No. Do I have any viewers? It might be only Phantom Schmeagle. That's okay. Yeah. So, I want to talk a little bit more. Would like to talk a little bit more about how to build these bets, but I think I've already laid hints on them. I'd like to talk a little bit more, but nobody's in the chat, and it gets challenging, guys. It gets challenging, but I think the next UFC pay-per-view, is that with Bobby Green? Is that in England? Man, I've always done well in England. I've always won a lot of money with those bets, with my bets in England. I think there was one time where I made every bet proper. One of the UFC events with Aspinall, I think it was Aspinall versus Volkov. I smacked that card. Every bet I made like 10 or 12 bets, and I won. I won fucking like couple $1,000 that night. It was a very good night. I've done very, very well with that. The only time was that in England though. The only time I bet really bad is I live bet live bet Nate Diaz against Leon Edwards in round 3 at plus 700, and I threw down. He was down in the hole plus 700, and I threw down like 260, 270, almost $300 on it, and I lost that one. I was so, dude, you should have seen people. I was so excited. Oh, when he hit him, I was like, dude, why point at him? Get at him. Take his ass down, submit his ass. Oh my God, it would have been one of my best bets. I did this the other one that I did similarly was Ortega. It was at round two or round three or even round four when he almost got that submission. I did the same thing with Ortega and lost, like betting live. And I encourage. I think betting live and is the way. Is if you could bet live when you have inclinations and you see things, it's the best way to bet. Um, oh, I got the Seiko. I think there's still the best value online, and I think it's still the best value if one watches the Seiko, the Tayusa, the Citizen Tayusa. Um, Certain Casios are like the best watches you could buy for sure. Like for the value, people don't they look at them, they don't know what they are yet, right? And you can't casually wear a Rolex and where I'm at, like I still see some people wear Rolexes, but for the most part, they don't wear the day dates and they don't have a lot of dress watches. And so I was wearing this because I'm wearing all blue. So I'm wearing the SNKS. I think this went up in value. These have been discontinued. These are going to raise in value. I don't care about that. I just think they're some of the best watches made for the money. Like I paid like $80 for this watch, max 100, 125. So I did mention the watch before, but yeah, I put them all on these class. I could interchange. This is a I think this is a the lug width is like 16 millimeters, and I have a bunch of straps, and I have put them all on these quick straps right here, so I could just take them off easily. Look at, I'm gonna have a few drinks, and I could still like put it back together. Let me not embarrass myself. Yeah, still put it back together. Yeah, it little difficult to manipulate like the time change because you see how small the crown is. But I like how the crown is recessed, right? Like you see the crown isn't going to get damaged easily because it's recessed. So that's actually a very good design. Very slim, very small, 36 millimeter case, stainless steel. Like if this shit were like white gold, if Seiko decided to get in the precious metals, I think that that's their fault that they didn't get into that game. If they started, if they, but I think they could still make money because I here's a good question. Would you buy a Japanese made movement in a precious metal? I would. I would. Grand Seiko doesn't do it. I don't think the Japanese are into. I think they do make a couple gold ones. I think they do make a couple 14 karat gold watches, but not like white gold or platinum. I think they make titaniums. They'll make titanium, which isn't quite a precious metal, but it is a valuable metal. I just don't think that they do that. But the SNK line is my favorite line of watches. I own all of them. I bought them all. I bought the white face one. I bought the black face one. I bought them all, and they are going out of style. I'm on a spending freeze right now, Phantom. I can't buy shit, bro. I cannot buy shit. Actually, I cannot buy anything right now. I can't buy cigars. I can't buy. Uh, I can't buy anything. I can't go to vacation, right? I can't do anything, Phantom. Like I'm on a spending freeze, and I wish that there was just more work for me in terms of overtime. Uh, I should be buying the booze that I'm buying, the drinks that I'm buying. I bought some groceries today. Um, I'm not a big time guy. I live check to check, unfortunately. Not a very wealthy man. Very average person, average guy, or at least average guy in the sense of money or status and things such as that, but not pretty. I don't think of myself as a pretty average person at all. I think I have a lot more perceived self worth or non. I'm not delusional, but I still regard myself as a pretty valuable person. So I don't like. I don't fucking. Yeah. Like I was on vacation, I got a little depressed when I came back. I was living really good, and then you come back, and you're like, you realize like, oh fuck, man, I did a lot of fucked up things in my life, and I'm over here at this level of my life, and I should have been over there or could have been there, and yeah, it's a little rough. It was a little bit of a wake up call, or not even a wake up call, but I still had a good time. Still had a good time. I need to go somewhere else this time, though. Need to go somewhere else besides. Yeah, I'm drinking just a Modelo, man. Drinking the Modelo. You can't go wrong with this. Is the number one sold beer in the world now, Modelo, and I chase it with uh these drink cocktails. This thing is fucking. This is my favorite. The Limeritas. This is my. You could transform this thing. You put some of this with some added tequila or some mezcal. Ooh, that's a recipe for disaster. Or you use this as a base instead of the mixer from you know how they have the margarita mix and the Cuervo, which I don't like. This would be a good margarita mix. Use this as a margarita mix. You add this to the tequila, and then a little lime juice and some other fruit. Ooh, boy. Hey, yo te digo, peligroso. Va a emborrachar. That's how you know I'm already buzzed. If anybody could tell the difference of a Puerto Rican accent or a Mexican accent, when I start talking like a Puerto Rican, that's when you know I'm pretty buzzed. If anybody knows the difference of the accents or what's being said, but I don't speak very good. My Mexican enunciation is not very good, and that's why, including my Spanish enunciation is not very good, and most people pick it up right away, and they know that it's very rare. But what I do like about it is they say that it's very unique, like that they like it, like they like the way I speak, which is pretty cool. But they say that it's odd, odd and whatever. But they do say it's odd. So yeah, that's what I'm drinking today. I drink everything. I love me some foo drinks. I love wine. I love soju. I like sake. I like whiskey. I like bourbon. You name it. Vodka. Not the biggest like vodka per se fan, but I love it. If you make me a vodka drink, I'd like it. If especially if it's like mixed with something well, gin. I don't mind any of that stuff. Any spirit, I don't mind if mixed. I'm not a big, which is not ironic, but I'm a cigar guy, but I'm not a big whiskey guy. Most Americans or cognac, most Americans, especially Americans, love their single malts and whiskey with their cigars. I'm more of a beer guy with my cigar, or even soda or water. Just I think water or coffee. Like, all right, here's the tier list. Tier list. Number one with cigars. Number one, coffee, without a doubt. Coffee if you're having a cigar in the morning, which I enjoy doing. I love having a cigar in the morning and a latte, like not coffee, or coffee, but a latte. Oh, it's my favorite. Having a nice latte. The fucking goddamn. That's the next thing I'm gonna be doing. What does Smeagol say? He be adding a little Mickey's to make the extra to do something. The casino says charge. Yeah. Hey man, just don't get busted doing anything like that, Phantom. Phantom, the casinos are brutal, bro. Like they'll let you back in. They'll let you back in if you do something wrong. I've gotten out of hand in the casino. Am I right? The casino, I've gotten drunk a lot. Now I'm not gonna lie. I've gotten kicked out of the casino a handful of times. They let me back. Why do they let me back? It's because they like you in the casino. Every time I'm at the casino, I'm spending $100 in food. I'm $200 maybe in alcohol, right? Like and then I'm gambling. So it's a trade off for them, right? They kick me out normally if I did something really wrong, right? And or somebody complains about me, which happened one time. I was I was like trying to stretch my muscle. I was like, well, I gamble here a lot. There's a free seat here. I'm going to sit here. I don't care if it's your table. And I couldn't do that. You're not supposed to do that. You're not supposed to, even though they're not using the chair. I'm like, well, it's a UFC event, and it's fucking right there. The screen's right there, and the fucking ticket fucking thing is right there. That's my best spot. I don't. Nobody's sat there for the past 30 minutes. I'm sitting there. I don't care if somebody's at that table. And so they like the people there complain like this guy just sat at our table. I did move away, but I grabbed the seat that was available at their table, and of course I got kicked out for that. I mean, that's legit. That's legit. I mean, I understand that, but I didn't move. I didn't budge. I'm like, you got to call somebody to come kick me out. I'm watching this shit. I'm here all the time. There ain't no seats, so I'm sitting down. And they went and got somebody and kicked me out. They lied, of course, and said that I was like bugging them and harassed them and all this shit. And it was like, you have an extra chair. Like, I'll move away from you. I should have asked them. I just didn't ask them. I should have been like professional and courteous, and I just didn't behave properly. And I was like, I just grabbed it. I just sat down, grabbed it, grabbed the chair, sat down, moved away from the table, let them drink and do their thing. And they're like, who the fuck is that guy? And so, yeah, they got the security on me, but they already know who I am. Like, the security already knows who I am. So, like, they speak to me my first name. I didn't know that, right? Like, they know who I am. They know exactly who I am because I'm there enough and I gambled enough. So it's embarrassing more than anything. And actually take care of me, even when I asked like, you're gonna need more security, and they brought more security. And they ask, hey, Roberto, are you okay to go home? And I'm like, oh no, I took public transportation or I Ubered here. They're like, okay, Roberto, we're gonna take you a shuttle. Do you need an Uber? Do you want the Uber to call? So they actually like were, even though they're kicking me out, we're like, they know who I am. They're like, we want you to go home safely, and it's in their best interest too. I don't know if it's like an insurance thing or whatever. They're like, are you sure you're gonna take Uber from home? You're not going anywhere. Once you're on their shuttle and you're at the train station or whatever, they don't care. But for me, they actually like, hey, do we need to call an Uber for you? Do we want, they asked me. They were like, are you good to go home? And I'm like, yes, I'm gonna go home. I'm fine. So I mean, I got kicked out. They let you back in. They let you back in. They don't. But but I spend money at, here's the fan of my point is, here's my point is that I spend money in that place. I don't bring out my own alcohol. I don't try to do anything nefarious. I don't like steal anything, whatever, whatever, whatever. Right? Like, well, actually, that's a different story. I didn't steal anything, but I found something, and then there's different rules. Here, let me just mention it, that any lost money or tickets that are found in the casino are the property of the casino. And they're not even the property of the owner until it's cashed. They're the property of the casino. So if you find a ticket or money laying on the floor, it's not your finders keepers thing. You cannot grab that ticket and try to cash it. You cannot grab that money and try to walk out with it. It's not yours, right? Like, even though it's on the floor, you're like, oh shit. Even in the washroom, like, oh my God, there's like $400 there. It's not yours. What is Smeagol saying he recently tried out? I love stout beers. Yeah, he said he was almost kicked out. Yeah, Smeagol, I know, bro. Well, I've seen all kinds of stuff. I've seen everything at the casino. I mean, like, there's limits to it when you interfere with other gamblers, and when you could do a lot there. You could be very belligerent. You could be rude, semi-aggressive. But the moment you really interfere with other gamblers and other people, they're definitely going to kick you out. So every time I've got kicked out, I knew I was kicked out. I knew why. Either I was saying something wrong to the wrong people, um, or I didn't do anything wrong. I remember one time, yeah, they actually kicked me out for that because I remember the instance where I did find a ticket, and I think it was just like $150, and I found the ticket on the floor, literally on the floor. I didn't see the guy drop it. Like, I didn't see him drop the ticket. Like, I saw a ticket on the floor. I went to the machine. It was a winner. Fucking, yes, it's a winner. So I fucking went to the gate, collected the 150, and uh, before I even walked 10 feet, they gave me the money. I walked 10 feet, the security was there asking me, where did you get this ticket? Is this ticket where did you get it? How did you get this ticket? So they already knew that it was somebody else's ticket. They already knew. So at that instance, I had to give the money back, and then they escorted me out. I was able to come back. They didn't ban me or anything, you know? I didn't even answer when they asked me, like, where'd you get this ticket? I'm like, it's my ticket. They're like, no, it's not your ticket. We know the truth. We see you had the cameras. You picked it up. You found it by the machine. You checked it and you cashed it, and they didn't ban me from it at all. I just happened to find it. So, like I said, it's the rules of the casino, and it's not your money, right? But I have been to the casinos. I've been because of DraftKings. DraftKings, I'm telling you, is a multi-billion-dollar company. It is the best company you've ever seen, the greatest. Like, cause they took the gambler out of the casino, and that's hard to do. That's a hard thing to do. They took the gambler out of the casino, so now they're making all their money. Like, they're making the most money. So, um, what I would say to you is just behave yourself. Try not to gamble so much. And once you get your money, get the fuck out of there. Get out of the casino. I made that mistake too. You're like buying people drinks. You're hanging around the little disco they got. You're buying people drinks. You're going to the Senor Frog, to the restaurant in there, buying a meal for yourself and people you just met. Next thing you won 1,000. You spend 300,000. $300 on drinks and meals, if not more. Like half of it, another $500 of your winnings on other people that are strangers that you don't know. Like, just flexing. Fucking fly. Like, I've made that mistake a lot. I've made that mistake a lot where I stick around. Oh, now the club's going on. Let's go. Let's go a little dancing. Let's hang out, get some drinks, be cool, buy people, flex a little bit. Oh yeah, I just want, I've been playing, betting UFC. That's what I enjoy doing. I enjoy that. So I made a few bets, did really well today. That's how I get. What do you want? I did well. I did all right. I got you. I got you. What do you want? What do you want to drink? What do you want to drink? What does your wife want? I'll get, come on, I'll get you all drinks. I've been there quite a bit of giving away my profit a lot. Win, and Dana White even says that, win, get the fuck out of there. Take your money, get the fuck out. Especially how much money I've won and stayed, and like start betting, placing some other bets and shit that I don't even know about, like in some football bets or, nah, I got $1,000. I won $1,000. Let me make some other bets. Get the fuck out. Nobody's around the sports book anymore, and I'm still over there by the machines making bets for the next week, rolling over my profit, gambling again while you're intoxicated, making bad decisions, right? And I can't say that's the case for this year. I would say that's the best thing about DraftKings for me is because I rarely make the drunk bets on DraftKings. I rarely do that, right? I rarely make the impromptu bets on DraftKings, and I would say that, and I thought that would be the biggest crux or the most challenge for myself and for other gamblers, is that the DraftKings would enable you to do that. For me, that hasn't worked out. Like, I just don't make those kinds of bets anymore. But don't log on DraftKings when you're drunk, and that's what I do. I don't log in. The last thing I'm looking at YouTube, Disney, or Amazon. Like, that's my problem being drunk, is getting drunk and going on Amazon or Timu or fucking AliExpress. That's the real uh, the killer there. Like you end up spending some money there. So yeah. So as always, we are always just gabbing, gabbing, gabbing. But I think we've covered the bets that we have. We have nobody in the chat, so that's all right. Or I think Smeagol might still be there. I don't see him. Might be time. Oh, the fuck is that? What the fuck? Who the fuck is that guy? Smeagol said he needs to get on DraftKings at the local casino. I never method on all fights, but allow the methods to remain on the card, and that's the only downside. Yeah, I'm Smeagol. I'm not trying to clash or to play down like your methodology. It's just not. I just don't do it anymore. Right? Like I said, you could have that one method bet, Jasmine Vicious that I put up there, to win by submission. What was Rose by submission? What was Rose by submission? I hope it's in that area. Let me see. Let me see. Rose by submission. Come on. Come on. Come on. What was Rose by submission? Plus 800. That's it, guys. Those are my two long shot. As far as prop bets go, my lock is that, what is this guy? Silva, was it Silva? Was the Brazilian against Dober's name? TKO at plus 140. That's or even him on the money line. Right? Hammer him. Yeah, João Silva on the money line. Hammer that shit. That's he's gonna knock that motherfucker out. He's winning that fight. That dude is a bad man, right? Like I don't see how Dober. He's got great takedown defense. Dober doesn't wrestle. He's gonna want to stand and bang, and this guy Silva's got a fucking hammer of a hands, both hands, and you can't hurt him. And he got no neck. And Dober ain't got no submissions or really good jiu-jitsu. Same game parlay. Silva by TKO, and then hit him on the money line. Use his TKO plus 140 with Jasmine Dashavicius on the money line or Rose Namajunas on the money line. And if you're gonna do any prop bets, which I would have threw 40 or not 40 but 20. Like you threw 40 on it on Jasmine Dashavicius, or not even. I would have split it. Yeah, roast exactly, bro. That would have been a better 20, just 20 or 10. You put that method prop in there. Not $40. I'm not saying $40. Yeah, that's a better long shot parlay because you have a long shot parlay of 3 different methods, and we have 2 that where you get paid out like double what you're getting. Like yours only comes up to plus 875, like you said. You could have it be double that, like plus 1,600. So there we go. We just did that, Smeagol. Let's see what happens. But I might throw that number. I might throw. I might throw a 10 or 20 at it. We'll see. I'm not throwing a 40 like you. I used to throw more, but no, I'm not throwing at that. I know it's a long shot parlay, bro. Like you know it too. But you said it, man. I think that would have been a better bet than the 40 that you put. If you did it at the casino sometimes before the fight, and if you still could get to the casino, they'll let you cash in your bet. Some casinos will let you cash in your bet. Some won't. A lot of them won't. Actually, most won't. They'll just keep it as it is. But sometimes they'll let you cash in your bet. They'll let you, okay. I'm going to still bet the 40, and I want it to be this. I don't know if it's worth a stab at, but yeah, what is Rose? Yeah, it's going to be plus 1600. We already said it. Jasmine's plus 1000. And then Rose Namajunas by submission. It's plus 9800, bro. Oh my god. So you're $40. Oh, are you kidding me? Your 40 bucks would net you 3,920 dollars. All right? All right? Smeagol? Come on, Smeagol. You throw $40 on that fucking parlay, you would win 3,000 fucking 920 bucks. Oh my god. You put me in a dilemma. You know what, man? I'm just going to throw 10 at it. Just for fun. I'm not going to do it right now on live, but I'm definitely going to do it. And I will win $980. I'd win what you would win. I would win what you would win with your three pick parlay of $40 with 10 bucks. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go take a piss and then come back and still hang out. But yeah. Oh my God. That's why I love this wireless mic. And this is only the second generation one. I know it's just awesome. I'm not on camera, but you can still hear me. Yeah, dude. Yeah, Smeagol. That's what I'm saying. Your bet is not like, when you're doing those prop bets like that. I mean, bro, you got to go. You could go for any one of those. I say like the $40 though. The problem isn't what your bet was that you put 40 bucks on it. I think you could have split the 40 bucks and made like four different crazy parlays because you're making a crazy like long shot parlay, and you could have made four of those. And if you hit one, you're gonna make this insane money. Like this, you're gonna make that insane money. Division submission, Rose submission. Maybe I've been drinking though, like yourself, but I'd rather like that. I'd rather like that. Even $5 on that. Even literally a lottery ticket pick. $5. Throw $5 on that shit. You're gonna win fucking $490. 490. Come on. Right? Like for your $5 fucking gambling addiction. I do like Rose by submission though. But Rose and my buddy Joey was talking about what's Rose's weakness? Rose Namajunas' weakness is her husband. And her husband was a striker. So she's fell in love with those hands. And her wrestling and her jujitsu. And her coach is a boxing coach. Right? It's same like Gaethje and her. It's this dude over there in Colorado. Right? It's not like a mega parlay, dude. You're not like $40. Wait. I'm sorry. I shouldn't say that, Smeagol. $40 is fucking $40. I mean, $40 for me is like beer and a meal, right? I'm not going to say it's nothing, but it's for what you're betting, it's a lot. Like you're betting three different methods, and I'm not going to harp on this anymore. Lesson here is when you're making a bet like that, just throw $10 on it, and make some other crazy bet like this for $10. If you're making these lottery ticket let me get the fucking tongue thing quite a bit. Um, Very difficult, challenging parlays, which I still don't enjoy. Like sometimes I've here's my irony is that I used to make more money and did better when I would do these crazy parlays like you're doing than when I just make one straight bet, right? Like even Silva by TKO at plus 140, I would be like, okay, I'm gonna throw 200, $300 on it, and then he doesn't get it. Like where you think you're so like I'm so certain he's going to do it, and obviously Vegas is too, right? Like a plus 140 in a fight, 155. Yeah, he's a slight favorite. That's where you bet the money line maybe more. You hammer the money line more than the TKO, and but the guy's not a TKO guy, right? He's gonna catch Stober's chin. That chin, that little chin. He's got the fucking chin, beautiful chin. He gonna fucking hit it, boom, and it's gonna be over. But yeah, you know, I think those two bets are not the best bets. But if people that want to bet like even if you bet literally if you bet $2, and I hate being this minimal bet guy, you win 198. And why I don't like that style of betting is because what if you win? Sure, you win 196 bucks, but um, what if you bet 20? You know what I mean? You're gonna you knock yourself in the ass, and then you're like, well, why bet a parlay, two long shot um, bets? So you could do the two. You could do the singles, right? Like you do the parlay, and then you could put like five on one and then five on the other, right? Oh wait, five, yeah. I don't know what it isn't updating it, but yeah, you get like five individually on one or the other, and then another $2 on the parlay or five on the parlay. If you're gonna do that, I really love the lighting and the camera on this. Even though you could hear me and see me drinking. Hear me, can you hear me calling? Yep. Yep. Yeah, I'm really down with this fucking wireless mic thing. It's fucking awesome. Yeah, that chin, dude. It's so square. It's good. He going that dude. That is like what's bothering me or what's scaring me, Smeagol, and it might be stupid. Like it might change. Like I said, you're so confident in something, so you'll throw like. So my max bet on a prop bet is $200, right? So I might throw like, you throw $200 on it and it doesn't happen, right? And it's like, oh my God. Where you could have just thrown, like I said, five on Jazzavicius by sub. The payout is $55 on that. Five on Rose Namajunas by sub. Her payout is $45 on that. You parlay that and or for $2 and your payout is $198, right? So here's where your money management, your gambling management, and none of the guys, nobody that's out there ever discusses this stuff, guys. Money management, bankroll management. They're very vague with it. They're like, I'm not even giving the best interpretation of it. Like, manage what your bankroll is and what you're willing, not just what you're willing to bet, but what you're willing to bet on and how you want to strategize yourself to be successful that night. Of course, you want to pick winners. And of course, you're going to want to pick some long shots. Of course, not everyone. Even if your winning percentage is I want to say over 60%, you're really good. Not everyone is like Joey's winning percentage is probably like 70, 80%, which is exceptional. And I would say to Joey, what his problem is that he's actually betting too little because he's smacking his bets all the time. So he's betting too little, actually. He could have hit him for even more money, right? He's doing well, extremely well, but he could be even doing better because he's like winning and hitting this. His average is extremely high of what he's hitting and how he's betting. So, um, yeah, like if you're not like, wow, yeah, that's it is where I'm at. That's where I'm at. I mean, like I'm don't really have the expendable cash. I'd rather like take your $40. Let's just say my Phantom Smeagol, my bankroll is $40. I might not even bet that whole $40. And I might bet like the five, five, and five. I might put five. I might bet just $15. Let me just, or actually, no, let me make it 20. So I'm gonna bet, um, um, yep, five, five, 750 for Jasmine to win by submission, 750 to Rose to win by submission, and then another 750 for the parlay. And then with the other 20, I bet 20 at plus 140, Silva getting the TKO on the money line. So that's what I would do with the $40. That's what I would do, or just put the $40 on the Silva on the money on the TKO at plus 140. I think he's going to get that TKO. So, all right. Well, I've been here long enough, and I've weirded myself out by licking myself so much and my tongue thing. Smeagol, thank you for coming in. You've been the only person here. Please hit the like button on the way out. I'm going to end this stream. I appreciate anybody that might see this afterwards, and I don't care who you are. It's been fun. I love the look of it, though. I'll tell you what, my like from what it has been, and from this is not even a professional camera. This is from my laptop. Love it. Very, very happy with the look of everything. Yeah, just need more people to come in, more people to talk to. But in this age, everyone, good luck, and man, I'm telling you, I'm tempted to go for that long shot parlay. Bye.